let me read this in Enoch. It came to pass after this that my spirit was translated, and it ascended into the heavens, and I saw the holy sons of God. They were stepping on flames of fire. Their garments was white, and their raiment and their faces shone like snow. So their faces was like snow. He's talking about white angels, white everything in the book of Enoch. Let's keep reading. Go to verse 10 of chapter 71 in the book of Enoch. And with them the head of days, his head white and pure as wool. And his head white and pure as wool. This is the creator, the head of days. He's white. This is chapter 21 and 10. The book of Enoch, all white. White head of days, white angels. And Noah was white. So everything white. But let me read this. All right. And the head of days, this is verse 13 of chapter 71. And that head of days came with Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Phinel, thousands and 10,000s of angels without number. The last passage wherein the Son of Man was described as accompanying the head of days. And Enoch asked one of the angels concerning the Son of Man as to who he was. So it never mentions who the Son of Man is. But let me keep going about this. Now right here in chapter 87, it says, again, I saw how they began to gore each other and devour each other the earth, and began to cry aloud. And I raised my eye again to heaven, and I saw in a vision, and behold, there came forth from heaven beings who were like white men, and four went forth from that place. So these heavenly beings are white men. In the book of Enoch, it's no going around it. We're talking about white men in the book of Enoch. These right here are angels. But we're going to continue. And really, truth be told, when it talks about angels having sex with animals, it was the white man angels. And that's easy to see because in chapter 86, it talks about right here, 86. And again, I saw with my eyes, and I slept, and I saw the heavens above, and behold, a star fell from heaven, and it arose and ate and pastured among the oxen. And after that, I saw a large and black oxen. And beheld, they all changed their stalls and pastures their cattle, and began to live with each other. And again I saw in a vision and looked towards the heaven, and behold, I saw many stars descending and cast themselves down to heaven at that first star, and they became bulls among the cattle and plastered with them. So right here, it's talking about angels coming and laying with and are with the bulls. And looked at them and saw, and behold, they all let out their privy members like horses and began to cover the cows of the oxen. And they all became pregnant and bare elephants, camels, and asses. Before I let it go, because that right there. And if you keep reading right here, chapter 87, it's the same, talking about fucking them stars coming down, taking out their privy members and fucking animals. Angels fucking animals. If you keep going to verse 87, and again I saw how they began to gore each other and devour each other in the earth, and began to cry aloud, and raise my eyes to heaven, and saw in a vision, and behold, there came forth heaven beings who were like white men, and four went forth from that place, and three with them, and those who had last come from forth grasped me in my hand, and took me up away from the generation of earth, and raised me to a lofty place, and showed me. So right here, those same white heavenly beings were those white men, the same ones that came down and dealt with these animals, taking out their privy members and fucking animals in 86. But let's keep going about white everything. Now, after some days, my son Methuselah, this is chapter 106. After some days, my son Methuselah took a wife for his son Lamech, and she became pregnant by him and bore a son, and his body was white as snow and red as the blooming of the rose. So right here it's talking about Moses. Oh my God. I mean, Enoch. Oh yeah, Noah being white. My bad. This is Noah right here. This is the book of Enoch, chapter 106. He's a white man. It said his body was white as snow and red as the blooming rose, and the hair of his head was, his long locks were white as wool, and his eyes beautiful. And when he opened his eyes, he lighted up the whole house like the sun, and the whole house was very bright. Now check this out. And his father Lamech was afraid of him, and fled, and came to his father Methuselah, and said unto him, I have begotten a strange son, diverse from an unlike man, and resembling the sons of the God of heaven. And his nature is different, and he is not like us, and his eyes are as rays of the sun. Right here, because he's white as snow, and red like a blooming rose, he resembles the Son of God in heaven. All white everything in the book of Enoch. So because Noah is white and red, he resembles the Son, the Son in heaven, whatever. We go to the 9th verse of the same chapter, 106. And he answered and said, because of the great cause of anxiety I have come to thee, and because of the disturbing vision I have approached. And now, my father, hear me unto Lamech, my son. There have been born a son, the like of whom there is none, and his nature is like man's nature, and the color of his body is whiter than snow, and redder than the bloom of a rose, and the hair of his head is whiter than white wool, and his eyes are like the rays of the sun. And he opened his eyes. Right here it said the color of his body is white, whiter than snow, and red, white and red is the color of Noah. That's a shame. Book of Enoch, all white everything. All white everything. Angels white, the Almighty white, Noah white. You know what I mean? These white men are coming down, laying with, no, white angels are coming down, laying with the animals. Chapter 86 and 87. White men doing this. White angels having sex with animals. I read it again, but I wouldn't do that. So right here, we got Noah being a white man. It's all white everything. All white everything in the book of Enoch. So, you know, we know the children of Israel are, well, we're the children of Israel. We already know that. So the book of Enoch is garbage. Noah wasn't a white man. He wasn't white and red. It's just not it happened, you know. There has to be no hate involved in that. It's just not the truth. Family, we already know what it is. Praise Yah. Praise the mighty Yah. And where my family? Let me see.